Hey everyone, it is XyLaw from St. Lucia, Piff St. Lucia team, and personal assistant to Dr. Kathleen Walls, co-founder of Piff, the Peter International Film Festival. And I'm here with the founder, Brother Eddie Muja Human, and we're here to just discuss a few highlights of the changes for Piff 2020.
hmm Well, Hotel, peace and blessings. I greet you in the name of God and the ancestors, in whose footsteps I most humbly walk. This is Brother Ed Moja, also known as Harush Uchat. I am so happy to be here with XyLaw in nice, sunny, hot St. Lucia, and we're here in rainy Philadelphia. And we are really excited, XyLaw, to talk about what's happening for PIF 2020 because, with this pandemic, things have changed globally. So
Yes,
PIF has
we have
changed.
adapted
Yes,
and
we have
transformed.
yes, our chameleon skin has come on.
Mhm.
So, what you gotta ask me, girl? I'm all yours. What we want to talk about? What do you want to know?
So just the highlights of what's different this year. How can people, a lot of people just don't have time to read. Everyone's stressed out, blah, blah,
hmm
blah. So maybe just what is expected of patrons, how to get tickets, what format are we doing this year? Because we usually do a physical film festival on
hmm
island. Now it's all virtual. So, how to get tickets, who should come to what shows, that sort of thing. Just any type of what's different about PIP 2020.
Well, it's a lot different, as you said. We're no longer physical. We're virtual now. So
Yeah.
we will be using two platforms. We will be using the Zoom platform to do the interviews, the fashion show. We're still doing the fashion show, and to do the poetry jam. To show the films, the screen of the films will be done on Vimeo. And we're doing that because the film we can't. I don't want to put the films on Zoom because people could download it, and
Right.
we want to make sure we protect the artist's work. These people, they put a lot of time, money
Absolutely.
into it. So Vimeo, we're gonna be showing on Vimeo. What we're gonna be doing, actually gonna be setting up to where people could buy tickets. We're gonna have the link. People could buy the tickets on for to watch the different days of films. So we are putting together a really nice presentation. We have films from several different countries already, and we're really happy about that. But the beautiful thing about PIF this year is that because we are virtual, XyLaw, we have more people globally because they don't have to
Of
travel;
course.
they can go straight from home. And as you know from the beginning,
Access
yeah,
has
so
now magnified.
it's magnifying. This kind of spiritual, is kind of interested because this is where, as you know, I've been always want to take PIF. The whole thing was to invite the world to come to St. Lucia so they could see St. Lucia for what St. Lucia can do from the film industry perspective, because we know what St. Lucia
Yeah.
could do from the tourism side, right? They do a great tourism. So we were trying to build a film industry in the Eastern Caribbean by using St. Lucia as our base. That has been our goal from the jump.
Right.
But with COVID-19, now we have to go virtual. So now people don't have to buy tickets. They don't have to get visas. They can just stay home. And because of that, with that freedom it has given people, we have more
They don't
people.
have to buy plane tickets, but they do
Yeah,
have to buy tickets to come to
yeah,
our
plane.
shows.
Now how to buy plane tickets? They have to buy tickets. Correct. You see? And so I'm happy about that. So it puts us in a position where we have several countries in Africa that's part of PIFRA this year because they don't have to go through the
Right.
process of trying to find money, find a sponsor, get visas, and come. So now, because of
Yeah.
that, we have like Gambia. I have never done any work in Zambia. Zambia,
Wow.
yeah,
We
they on
haven't.
board.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zimbabwe is on board, and so Botswana is on board, and so we have several countries, and we have some more that's coming. These are already confirmed countries where we have artists, poets that's going to be part of the GMK Poetry Jam. So I'm really
Yeah.
excited about that. And last night we confirmed that the wife of Grandmaster Cam, GMK, Grandmaster Cam, the wife of Grandmaster Cam will be on
Yes.
with us. She's been wanting to
Right.
come
So
to St. Lucia.
GMK is the poetry jam. For anyone
Yeah,
who doesn't know, that's the branding name of the poetry jam from
yeah,
your
right.
grandmaster. Mhm.
Yeah, so Grandmaster's wife will be on with us this year. So she's gonna come and
Oh
greet the
wow.
people.
So she's able to attend virtually.
So I spoke to her last night. She said no problem. Just remind her she's going. So like I said, with the COVID-19 doing to us, what we have adjusted ourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually to where now a lot of people who've been wanting to come to St. Lucia and been waiting for us to go to the next level. At the beginning of this year, I did not know the next level was going to be this. Okay, but Spirit did what Spirit did, and now the next level of Piff is virtual, and because of that, we have more countries involved in Piff.
And we
And
can bring St. Lucia more to everywhere because it's all global. So any artists that are interested in St. Lucia can easily travel globally through the platform and connect and form linkages within the PIF network
yeah,
in
that's correct.
Africa, in fact, in all the continents where we find kin.
hmm Well, yeah, we have to remember, even though we are virtually, and because of COVID-19, a lot of, they're talking about $14 billion have been lost in the film industry. That's just what they could. That's what they could count right now. Okay,
Yeah,
so you're looking at a multi-trillion-dollar industry, and it is a multi-trillion-dollar industry when we think about the schools that does programs for screenwriting and all these colleges that have programs for film, for the film industry, not just buying tickets. And this is what people must understand in St. Lucia and globally, that this film industry is so powerful. You have governments reopening their country so films can continue. Okay, a lot of people have lost jobs because of COVID-19, and now we here in the U.S. has seen what the film industry can do to reignite an industry, economy. We saw it with in Louisiana, and New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina. A lot of movie sets went down there and rebuilt New Orleans, and a lot of money came into New Orleans because of the film industry after Hurricane Katrina. We have seen it in
yeah, because
Chicago.
stories are able to be
Yeah,
told.
we have seen it in Chicago. Chicago has several movie series, Chicago PD, Chicago Fire. So they have several series that's shot in Chicago. That's a lot of jobs, and people must realize there's more people behind the camera than in front of the camera. Okay,
Very significant
you might see
in the
two people.
credits.
Exactly, you can see two people in front of the camera in the scene, but behind there might be 30 people on set. Everyone's getting paid
Absolutely.
on some level. So this is how powerful this film industry is, and this is why
Yeah.
a lot of governments are trying to open up. One of the things some governments are opening up, and they putting, the film industry is pushing to help the economy in a lot of different countries right now. Very big. So with PIF going virtual, it shows us that hopefully the people who are watching will understand that the economics of the film industry is so wide that virtually it can still bring money into your country, because people will see what we're doing, they hear about us, and they want to investigate these different countries. So this is very very powerful what's happening with PIF. And like last night, Dr. Walls and I was reading an article. As you know, one of our catchphrases, we say it's not a competition, it's a collaboration, right? Now you have four major film festivals saying the same thing right now. It was an article I was reading
Yeah.
last night. We just started laughing. Now they've been talking about competition between these major film festivals, right? New York, Europe, and I think Canada. These different film festivals. So now they're saying what we've been saying since we started PIF in 2014. It's not a competition; it's a collaboration.
Trendsetters.
So now they're saying it, and we're
We take
laughing
the
at it.
credit.
But the thing is, yeah, and the reality of it is, PIF has always had a spiritual base about it, and whenever you put spirit first, physical is going to follow. Whenever you put physical in front of spiritual, you lose, because spirit will
Mhm.
never follow physical. So spiritually, PIF has taken this stand, and some people don't understand it, but that's okay. They will learn that we are not about competition, we're about collaboration. And now with COVID-19, a lot of people have been pushed into collaboration. We didn't have to
Yeah.
be pushed. We were ready.
Linkages and collaborations, independent collaborations where possible, of course, have become the only economical and ecological way to do
Yeah,
business.
yeah. And so PIF has been there already. So we've been saying this for a while, and people might say, no, you're not. Well, they could
And
just
we
go
have
back.
it on record.
We have it on
We have it
record.
on
We have it
film.
on record. We have it on
We have it on
television. We have it on video. We have it all over the place. That we've been saying this for the longest while. Well, we've been in 2015 when we took over when we fully took over PIF, because we have to remember, and for those who know the history of PIF, in 2014 when PIF started, it did have competition in there. The young lady,
Yes.
the lady who helped me start Piff. You know, we fashioned it after her film festival, but after the first year she
Yes.
left, and we took over. Dr. Walls and we took over it. And spiritually, I did not want to do competition. That was not where spirit was taking me. It was
Yes.
about collaboration. I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
challenge people to work together. You see, now with
Yes.
COVID-19, people are doing it. You know, as you see people marching about Black Lives Matter, you see people from all different men, male, female, white, black, are marching about this. They have come together. So Piff has done this since 2015 when we took over Piff completely. That we went from a competition level to a collaboration level. Even though the awards we don't give awards out for best anything. As you know, we give out recognition awards, and our recognition
Yes.
awards are based on the Nguzo Saba. You know, we use the
Yes.
7 principles of Nguzo. So we have been doing this in 2015, before COVID-19
Yes.
even showed it, even before COVID-19. So we're happy. We are happy to see people understanding what we've been talking about, and some of them had to be pushed into doing it, but we're really happy. So with the Piff on this platform, this virtual platform, more people are going to hear what we've been talking about, and we're really happy about this, because hopefully it will open opportunities for young people who want to be behind the camera. Because we have to remember, there's a lot of young people who don't want to be in front of the camera. They want to be behind. They want to be a director. They want to be a screenwriter. They want to be a light-in person. They want to do things behind the camera. And so hopefully this will open up opportunities for them when people understand the collaboration's energy. It's a very powerful
Absolutely.
energy. So we're really happy about that. And so with collaboration this year, I asked Ms. Helena Isaac, who's based in St. Lucia, to do the fashion show. As you know, we did a fashion show with her a couple of years
Yes.
ago.
It's
So
amazing.
she's doing it again this year
Yes.
for us. And we're gonna do it. It's
Thank
gonna be we're really. I'm happy about it. We spoke to her about it. It's gonna be it's gonna be unique. Let's put it like that. And that's
you.
gonna be on the Zoom platform. So that's gonna be free. Robert Samuels, who's coming on, martial artist, who's coming on. Like I said, this man has worked 10 years. He's the first man of color to have a Hong Kong stunt card. Now, people in the film industry know how difficult to get a Hong Kong stunt card is almost like it's like graduating for a degree from Harvard University. That's how difficult it is to get it. And he was the first man of color, African American, to get one. And he's based in
Yeah.
Philadelphia. And he's going to be working with us. He's going to be working with Piff. He's going to be coming on. We're going to be doing a segment with him and his business partner about the ABCs of shooting action films. So he's going to come on. We're
Yes.
going to discuss about how do you shoot an action film, because shooting an action film, shooting a documentary film, everything is very different. As you know, if you're in the industry, you know that. And this man has done it. He has worked with some of the biggest martial artists on the planet. And so he's going to be coming on. He confirmed last night
That's
with us.
exciting.
He's going to be coming on. He's going to be talking about. We're going to be showing 2 of his movies. And we're
Okay.
we're going to be doing a promo. We're putting a promo together about that right now. So as we see what COVID-19 has shut down, we also see what COVID-19 has opened up. Because as you know,
Absolutely.
there's always
It's
a
going to give
positive and negative.
it's going to give us so much more access and scope for discussing, where Dr. Walls and I come in as well, we're always mindful about the content of the film and its psychological effects on everyone. We usually have our process spaces where we can discuss the films, and also giving the filmmaker an opportunity to explain as an artist where they were coming from, and have them see how the audience feels about it. So being able to have these platforms online opens up more scope for us to do that. Even after the actual festival, we can maintain those kinds of spaces to
Exactly.
have raw conversations and progressive healing conversations about triggers and inspiration that the films evoke in us. So I'm excited
I'm
about it.
happy about that, because what you and Dr. Walls have been doing in St. Lucia has been great, but it's been limited to people in St. Lucia seeing it. So now when we take it to the virtual side, where the whole world with access to Zoom could come in and talk about it, because let's be very clear, what you and Dr. Walls have been doing in St. Lucia is an issue globally. The topics have been global topics, but we were limited because
Human
we were in St.
topics.
Lucia. Yeah. So with
Human film is recording human issues,
yeah,
so and
that's
stories
exactly,
and
exactly.
perspectives.
So this year is going to
Yeah.
be very interesting. That we're going to have some filmmakers. We're still working on this. We're having some filmmakers who's Dr. Walsh going to look at the move. She she'll look at some of the movies, and the ones that she wants to do some Q&A with the filmmakers and invite the global community to come in and ask questions and listen to what you guys are doing. That's going to be very cool, and I'm excited
I'm
about it.
excited as well about the fact that in the space of where PIF is indeed and in fact a 12-month initiative, educational mandate initiative, family initiative, we have an opportunity to carry on these films and those film discussions as panel discussions online long after this month.
Yeah, and
You know, so
one
for
thing,
something
Xylo,
else.
one thing also we have to remember, that make something that I put into PIF. A lot of people don't think about it, but a lot of film festivals put a limit on the years sometimes the film has to be done within a 5-year window or 3-year window
Right,
or 2-year window. PIF doesn't do that, and the reason I don't do that
right,
is because there's movies in Africa and India that I never saw, so they still so
exactly,
technically they're new to me,
exactly.
right? So
Every
I
time you
don't.
come at a film, even if you have seen it, every time you come at a film, I was actually thinking of putting Sanusha Speaks back in again, if not
Mhm,
this year, another year. Just because
mhm.
every time you come back in a film, you come back at it with fresh eyes, fresh perspective as a grown person, more grown with a broader mind than the last time you saw it.
Yeah,
So,
and I put that into. Some people did not like the idea of me putting that in there, but like I said, once again, PIF is what PIF is. It's a spiritual experience, a spiritual journey. And be very clear, I'm using the word
yes,
spiritual. I'm not using the word religious. I'm using the word spiritual journey, because when people understand what PIF's about, I promise you they will love what PIF is, because we are
yes.
challenging people to collaborate with each other. What can you and I do when we sit down together?
Document it while you're doing it.
Yes.
Never miss a stage. Understand, and that was one of the biggest things. I when I created the hashtag because of Piff, just showing so much that you taught me in our first meeting about the importance of documenting all the powerful NGO work that I had been doing that I didn't document through film.
Mhm.
And ever since then, I've been documenting almost everything because it's so important to observe yourself, to observe the journey, to log and
Yes.
catalog
Yes.
how far you have really come and how long it really takes as well. We
Yes.
have been doing this for so long, and look
Yes.
at how far we've come. What has been the ROI? What has not been the ROI? um, and still, who has been there from foundation and continues to be there, and we are thankful for that.
Yeah. And that's very important. We look at that, XyLaw, because as we move forward, documentation of our work is our history, and our history
Yes,
is our legacy. So you see, as
yes.
we use the steps as
And
we're
our knowledge of it, our
yes,
remembrance, our knowledge, and our application of it.
yes.
Yeah.
And I do understand why they have film festivals, and I don't knock that. I support all film for 1,000% from their perspective. Film
Yeah.
festivals are there start for a particular reason, and that was to help the industry build. And people make a lot of money from film festivals. But on the other side, there are people who cannot afford to be in those big film festivals. There are people who have work that does not fit the criteria of the big film festivals, and so there's a major gap in film festivals. That's why we have over I think 20,000 film festivals annually on this planet. Think about
Yep.
that, 20,000. So when you think about that, that means someone saw a niche that needed to be filled, and they filled it by starting their own film festivals. So Piff is no different. That I saw, and I would say spiritually, I was given this journey to do, because um, St. Lucia has what, two film festivals, Piff, and the other one that Mr. Weeks does, Colin Weeks does, one on island. and then Piff
Mhm.
does one, right? So there's still space for others. I mean,
Absolutely.
I've been working in Trinidad with some people in Trinidad, Sister Carol and stuff like that, and I have found in the last few months I have found about 4 different film festivals in Trinidad. I was like, wow, I didn't know they
Yes.
had that many in Trinidad, and I've been reaching out to them because it's about collaboration for me. So I have told them what we do, and they're checking this out. In fact, I think right now I was talking to sister a couple of days ago, and she asked me to send her our flyer. So they're putting our
Okay.
flyer on their website, on their newsletter that's going out to their people in the film industry in Trinidad and those that they connect with that I didn't know about a few weeks ago. So now they're gonna
Yes.
find about Piff, and we're gonna support them when they do their stuff because I'm gonna support them. And I said to her, if the time comes that Dr. Walls and I could travel to Trinidad to support them in Trinidad, we'll come down to Trinidad and support them. So
Yeah.
as
And
we
if
look
it's
at
too late, go ahead.
no, if as the time comes and as we build these bridges of collaboration, that means if we are able to build a solid bridge in Trinidad with some of the film festivals in Trinidad, that means we link them to our people, and our people are in Africa. All the countries we work with in Africa will be linked to Trinidad. You see, and
Mhm.
what does that do for tourism? Now the tourism dollars, because now all of a sudden the film industry will be pushing Trinidad in Africa for them as we did for St. Lucia in Botswana, because remember we had someone from Botswana who came over to St. Lucia one year. So
She's
eh,
in. We did a music video for Piff 2016. Me, her,
right,
and Kamaya. Music by
exactly.
Yannick James. Yeah.
So so you think about that. So now people in Botswana know you, and they know Kamaya, and you two have never been to Botswana, but they know you because that video went to Africa, went to Botswana.
Botswana been to our fort, Solution National Trust, Pigeon
Yeah,
Island. Botswana's landed, touched soil,
yeah.
spent money
But think about
on
this.
island.
Yeah. So think about this. St. Lucia does not have a tourism board or office in Botswana. But the film industry
Yet.
has, yeah, but the film industry has introduced St. Lucia to Botswana. You see,
Yes.
so when you take the collaboration of tourism and the film industry, and you bring them together. Any entrepreneur in St. Lucia, or anywhere in the Eastern Caribbean, well, the prime minister from Barbados, Sister Motley, she went to Ghana. She opened up some bridges in Ghana earlier this year when she went to Ghana, because she understands
Mhm.
that if she could build that bridge, more things would come to Barbados. It's the same thing any island in the Caribbean, but we're talking about the Eastern Caribbean right now. So is St. Lucia, if the powers that be in St. Lucia think about it, merging tourism and the film industry together. But the film industry go places where tourism don't go. Okay,
Of
and
course.
it opens you up to
So
business opportunities.
absolutely. So that plug, make sure you rewind this, but click double tap, triple tap, and get back to that and listen to that again and find yourself in it. If you haven't been able to find yourself in it, listeners, if you haven't been able to find yourself in it yet, we are here. We will be here. And there's PIF 2021 coming up and beyond,
And beyond.
and we are here for it. So if you feel like it's you're biting off more than you can chew to be part of PIF 2020, if you feel like you're not able to submit or attend, please still go to the website. Please still get yourself acquainted with what it is that's really going on. Ask the questions, direct message us,
Hmm.
and let us, engage us if you have a contribution to make, and let's see how we can collaborate. We're looking
Yeah,
for
definitely.
all the linkages and all the independent collaborations that we can possibly make in a way that resonates for
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, that's very true, XyLaw. And let's be very clear about this. As countries are looking to reopen their borders and and jumpstart their economy, um, St. Lucia is very unique in that it has all the pieces to make the film industry a very powerful piece of the economy of the island. They
Absolutely.
have trained people in St. Lucia. You have like Milton Branford, with his company,
Absolutely.
Malfini
Yeah.
Films, and You have Kendall John.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of people on island who are very capable of doing this in St. Lucia. So you don't have to go, outside your borders to find the people. Okay, that's
Not at all.
let's be very clear.
We
But
have
that's,
many qualified,
yeah,
open, eager, wonderfully spirited filmmakers, film organizations, artists of all
in
sorts,
front and behind the
technical
camera.
skilled workers in front and behind the camera.
Yeah,
Yes.
because we shot a film in St. Lucia, and I just love this sister. She's an excellent singer, Sister Claudia Edwards. She's the star of the bench. So and
Yes.
you see what she's done, and you say, and this sister lives in St. Lucia. So when you look at when St. Lucia looks at itself, if St. Lucia holds the mirror up to itself, what can they do in the film industry? They could do anything they want to. They have the
Because Claudia has
infrastructure.
always made herself highly accessible to her passion, to her
Yeah,
success,
yeah,
and it has fed her
yeah,
very, very well, in the sense of anytime she has ever been given an opportunity to do that kind of independent collaboration, she will say yes, well,
yeah.
as long as it resonates with her. And that has given her tremendous opportunities and given us a tremendous opportunity to work with her as well.
Yeah, and and the thing is, like I said, and this is all based in St. Lucia. So St. Lucia is very unique in that as they look to reopen their borders for tourism, and all the screening they have to do and everything, they don't have to do that with the actors and the people. They're already on the island. They live on the island, so you could actually produce a good quality product in St. Lucia and put it out on pay-per-view or video on demand and make money while you still stay in St. Lucia.
Also, Demetrius, who was the director, right? Is it the
Yes.
director? Yeah, of that same film and on many other wonderful films that we have featured in the festival. He's made many submissions
Hmm.
and helped coordinate uh, on and off camera. has he's
Yeah.
St. Lucian.
Yeah.
He has done work internationally and always creates a space for Piff. And it is
And
I'm bringing it up, these two, to say it is a divine exchange. There's something in it for us and there's something in it for them, and we appreciate the time and energy spent in portraying our country, our region, and our spirit of
yeah.
creativity that way, and our spirit of oneness that way.
Yeah, and the thing about Demetrius, people, if people in St. Lucia don't know this about Demetrius, Demetrius has a very unique place in St. Lucia and in the global community. He is a born Lucian who lives in the U.S., and he speaks both languages, English and Creole. He understands the people because he grew up in St. Lucia. He knows how to shoot in St. Lucia because he knows the land, he knows the layout of the land. And so when you have someone like Demetrius, who's a rare find, a rare jewel for St. Lucia, he should be chill. They should be knocking on his door. And how can we do more filmmaking in St. Lucia? And I'm not putting no one else down. It's just that he is in the U.S. and he goes back and forth, so he has the access. And access to the U.S. is very difficult. And what the administration we have up here, the things they're doing right now, has made it more difficult for people to move back and forth. Out in, if you're not a
Yeah,
if you're not a U.S. citizen, don't worry about having a green card. You have a U.S. citizen, because even the green
yeah,
card, they could limit your movement now. So
yeah.
Demetrius has that flexibility to move back and forth, and he understands and he loves this. And so he's truly a diamond in the rough for St. Lucia. That they,
Yeah.
I think, I don't know who else
The
has that
access
opportunity.
and the access and the flexibility here, just as I was saying with Claudia, it's making yourself that way, thinking and feeling that way, allowing your passion and your inspiration and spirit to drive you, and moving in trust in
Yeah,
every inclination in that way.
yeah,
All right.
yeah. So with all this stuff happening in Piff 2020, like I said, this is why this is a multi-trillion-dollar industry. There's a lot of things happening in this industry that people don't think about. And I always tell
Mhm.
people it's the only industry that I know that uses every vocation you could think of on this planet, on some level. If you think about it, the industry, there's no vocation
Yeah,
on this planet you cannot think of that does not exist. It doesn't work. It's not used in the industry. That's how powerful this industry is. And so when you have an industry
yeah,
that powerful, you should definitely make it part of your economic growth in your country. And so with PIF
absolutely.
2020, that's why I work so hard in Africa. You know, I always tell people we now have an MOU in Zimbabwe, Piff. We signed an
Mhm.
MOU in Zimbabwe, so we are working with some of the local governments in Zimbabwe and the local artists in Zimbabwe. We have an office in Botswana. We're working to do stuff now in Gambia. So we are moving through Africa because we have to remember there was an elder, his name was Kwame Ture. His birth name was Stokely Carmichael, and he became Kwame Ture, and he was from Trinidad. Okay, he was born in Trinidad. He said, if we must have a base in the motherland. We should have a base in the motherland. So we're looking at all these
And
creative.
we do.
And Piff is, and so in the spirit of this ancestor, Piff is moving in that way. Because I truly believe that we need to make sure we have that. And when we connect to
Okay.
St. Lucia or Barbados or Trinidad, whoever we connect to, we take that base with us and we build a bridge so the youth, we must remember the youth, the future has the opportunity to move back and forth and create on several different levels. And this is what Piff's about. That's what makes Piff so unique and so powerful. And that's why more people, when they read about Piff and see what we're doing, you see, they read about Piff, XyLaw, but then they see we are what we say we're going to do. We have been doing it since 2015. Since we took over Piff in 2015, we have been doing it. We shot a short film in St. Lucia. We have brought people to St. Lucia who have never been to St. Lucia through Piff. Okay, there's many people who want to go back to St. Lucia because of Piff. So we have said it and we have done it. So it can be done. So it's not that, oh, we don't think it. It can be done. If you look at our
Being
website,
done and consider it done,
yeah.
and that's our update.
Yep. So people could actually look. I'm going to put the website on there. Submissions
Yes.
close the end of
Go
this
do
year,
your
end of
research.
this month. July 30th is the end of
Yes.
submissions, and the poetry jam is now closed. We have all the poets we need. So we have poets from 7 different countries. We're really excited about that. The fashion show, Miss Sister Isaac is working on
Helena,
the fashion.
yes.
She's working on the fashion show. It's going to be very unique. That's going to happen on Monday, the 24th
Okay.
of August. The poetry jam is taking place on the Sunday. So we're
Okay.
going to be using the dates are going to be up on our website very soon. So people, please check us out. If you have any questions, drop us an email. We're very easy to find. If you're in St. Lucia and you see XyLaw walking around, say, "Hey, girl, what's that you're talking about?"
Yes.
So
Engage me.
yeah, engage her. She'll be more than happy to tell you. And I want to thank all the people in St. Lucia who have supported us. Sister Claudia Edwards and so many more who have Jerry George, other people in St. Lucia who have been supporting us from day one. Thank you all so much. Unfortunately, we won't be there this year, but
Okay.
we will be on in the social media. We'll be on internet, so they could
But
definitely check us out.
they'll be able to tune in once they're able.
Yeah, and they'll get to talk to Dr. Walls. They'll see Dr. Walls' face and your face more than they'll see my face. That's my plan.
That's the dynamic.
Okay,
All
so
right.
that's what's going on right
So
now with
much.
Piff. So thank you so much.
Okay.
You have any questions for me? Drop me an email.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Valika. You take it easy down there. Hey, do me a favor,
I will.
Valika. Can you do me one favor? Eat a mango for me.
I ate one today.
Well, eat one for me tomorrow.
Okay, I'll make for you tomorrow.
All right. Okay, you have a nice evening.
You too. Bye.
Okay, bye. Okay, we got that recorded. The recording has stopped.